Hi, Takumi Go was launched in December of last year, and since then we have posted hundreds of tutorials and review videos. We are grateful that some of our viewers are not only enthusiastic about our content, but also generous in their desire to support our channel. In response to this, we have established a Patreon account to express our gratitude to our supporters. Takumi Go will produce videos focusing on topics requested by them. In this video, I will talk about this topic, transitioning from fuseki. There are many books and contents talking about how to play in the fuseki, because we could memorize the fuseki like the Chinese opening or the sanense, and there are many joseki we could memorize from. But what about after the joseki and after the fuseki? What should we play? This will become a harder problem. So this video will introduce how should we make decision after the fuseki. In the middle game, mainly there will be 4 purposes for a move. The first purpose is offensive move. That means trying to attack the enemy. There are different types of attack. For example, dividing enemy stone or threaten the base of enemy's group. We also have defensive move. Defensive move including connect our weak groups and to protect the defense of a group. We could also protect a group by enlarge the base so that we could have enough eye shape. And lastly, we also could widen the escape route in order to help our group to escape. These are some defensive moves. Apart from the offensive move and defensive move, we would have expansion move, trying to surround more territories or to expand our moyo. And lastly, we will have the move that invade the enemy's territories, which will be the reduction move, to reduce enemy's territory or reduce enemy's potential to enlarge the moyo. These are the main purpose when we play a move in the middle game. And the key is that if the move contains more function, then the move would be a better move. This would be a very useful idea when you play in the middle game. If you don't know where to play, just think about these 4 purposes, and when you find more than one point that looks worthy to play, then decide which move contains more purpose. If the move contains more than one purpose, then it should be a good move. Apart from the 4 purposes, we also need to take care of 2 things specifically, which would be the moyo. If we ignore the enemy's moyo to expand, then it would be a very difficult game, as it would be very risky to invade in the wrong timing. Apart from the moyo, many hobbyists also ignore the weak group. If a weak group is not managed well, then the fight in the middle game would be constrained by that group. It may be very easy for the opponents to play some decoy tactic that will make you very hard to handle. So, now we have talked about the 4 purpose and 2 focus. Let's try to utilize this principle in some games. Let's take a moment to read the board. Where would be a big move for the black? Here, the 4 corners have been settled. And so, where should black play next? You may pause the video and think a bit. Where would be the main point? If you have your thoughts, then you may continue. Otherwise, you may pause the video. So, in this game now, you can see that all the white group is solid instead of these 2 white stones. So, remember the 2 focus. Moyo and the weak group. We need to be very sensitive to the weak group. Here, the only weak group is these 2 white stones. So what black should do is to divide these 2 white stones to connect with the group on the bottom left corner. So the correct move for black is to play an invasion. I think all A, B, C, D 4 points would be a good choice. In these 4 points, I only would not recommend point C, because after black play point C, this cap looks quite comfortable for the white, and we need to prevent the enemy to get a good point. So I think it's better to play in a high position, or I think playing at point A or B would be a good choice too, as this time if white try to play the cap again, this diagonal move breaks the shape of the white, and I think black would be satisfied in the fight. But the key is to find out the weak group in the board and play an offensive move to attack these 2 white stones. Let's take a look in the second example. In this example, it's now white's turn. Take some time and find out where would be a good point for white to play. Again, pause the video to think clearly for the answer. Now I will reveal the answer. Here, the top left corner is already very solid, including this corner. This corner is a fuseki, so currently is not the focus. The focus in this game should be this group. You may find that this group indeed do not have enough eye shape. White may get an eye in Gote by this harness, but currently white do not have even one eye. So it's important for the white to play a move on point A or B or C to escape the group. These 3 moves not only expand the escape route for the white, it also expand the base for the eye shape, so it's more easily for the white to make an eye. For example, after white played up here, then in the future, white could play one more move around point A. And also, this move is not only a defensive move, this is also a move reducing the black's moyo. Because if white play elsewhere, for example, this is a very big move, but as black could play around here, you can see black creates a moyo here. So this move is not only a defensive move, but also a move that reducing enemies' moyo. As I have suggested, if a move contains more than one function, usually this would be a good move. And this move have 2 functions. It's a defensive move, and also this is a move reducing black's moyo. And also, this move focused on the moyo and the weak group. So they fulfilled all the key elements in the middle game. So this is the correct move in this game. Let's take a look at the next example.